Hey wonderful people, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of stopping by, my name is Lady B and I thank you so much for stopping by. Also do well to subscribe to my channel, okay? And to you my returning subscribers, thank you so much, okay, for stopping by too. So today I'll be teaching us how to cut a deep illusion neckline with a yoke and also a back effect, okay? So I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder line on my starting line. My shoulder line, alright? If you can hear any noise in the background, I'm so sorry. I apologize, okay? I just needed to upload this for you guys to see, alright? So over there, I'll label it my SL. That would be my shoulder line. So guys, next thing I'll do now is to divide my client's shoulder measurement by 2. That will give me 7.5. So I'll go ahead and mark 7.5 and also the neckline width, which is 3.5 inches. On that line, I will mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7.5. Then the neckline width 3.5. Then again, I'll place my tape that way and I'll mark my neckline width, my neckline depth, neckline depth 3.5. I also mark my chest line. Okay, you know the formula of getting your accurate chest line. Divide your bust circumference by 6, then you add 1.5 to it. Then I also mark her bust point at 10 inches, her under bust 13 inches, her waistline 16 inches. I also repeat the same thing I've marked earlier here. That's her chest line 8 inches, her bust point 10 inches, her under bust 13 inches, and her waistline at 16 inches. So I'll go ahead and connect my necklines together using my curve ruler. I'll connect in that manner. I'm so sorry for the noise in the background. So this is me connecting the necklines. So I'll also go ahead and connect my chest line. I'll give a straight line following the dotted lines I marked earlier. I also connect the bust point. I also connect the under bust. Then the waistline. Alright, this is waistline. So guys, let me label the lines for clarity sake. So over there is the chest line, over there is the bust point, then the under bust, then the waistline. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now, the next line I will add is to add the back extension line. Okay, I will add the back extension line. So from that waistline I will mark 6 inches down. You can actually make use of 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, even as much as 7 inches. Okay, but for the sake of this tutorial I'll be making use of 6 inches for my own. I will just mark 6 inches. 6 inches. Then I'll connect the lines together. So guys, I will just go ahead and label this line top length. Okay, let me just write top length there. I don't know, but just let me label it top length. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to work on the chest line. I will also input her half of her shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. I will mark 7.5. Having done that, I will go ahead and connect it to the chest line upwards. I'll connect to form a straight line. So guys, I'll also go ahead and slope my shoulder with ½ inch. You can make use of 1 inch, but remember, if you're making use of 1 inch or whatever inch, always slope your shoulder first before you add your chest line, okay? Or you add whatever you are sloping your shoulder with to the chest line before you mark, just like I've done, okay? So now I will connect the sloped part to the neckline width, like so. So having done that, I will come and work on the chest line again. I will divide her bust circumference by 4. Okay, that gave me 9.5, 9.5. I will mark 9.5. Then I will also go ahead and measure what I have, starting from the half inches I slope the shoulder with. I will measure what I have from there. Then whatever I get, I will divide it into 2. That will enable me to get the midpoint, that is the shoulder midpoint or the armhole midpoint. So that over there is the midpoint. So from that place, I will come in by ½ inch, that's 0.5. Okay, I will come in by ½ inch. I will come in by ½ inch. So now I will use my curve ruler to curve my armhole. I will curve starting from the ½ inch I sloped the shoulder with. Alright, I will curve towards the ½ inch I came in from the armhole midpoint or the shoulder midpoint, then to the bust mark that we just marked earlier. Go ahead to make use of your free hand if you do not have any ruler available, making sure that you curve it properly. So that one achieved. So next part now is to get her bust dart, okay? And to do that, go ahead and divide your bust your bust span, okay? I'm sorry for the mistake earlier. Go ahead and divide your bust span by 2. Alright, her own is 8 inches, so divided by 2 gave me 4 inches. So I will just go ahead and add ½ inch to the 4 inches. That will be, now I will have 4.5. Alright, divide yours by 2, whatever you get, add ½ inch to it. Okay, some will be 4 inches, some will even be 5.5, some will be 5 inches, depending on your bust circumference. So now I've marked 4.5 on the bust point, 4.5 on the under bust, 4.5 on the waistline. I also mark 4.5 on the top length, that's the back's effect line that we just marked earlier, back's extension. So now I will give a straight line following the dotted lines I marked now. Alright, so guys, coming to the side front, okay, coming to the side front guys, I'll starting from that midpoint now at the under bust area. I will mark 1.5. okay, from bust 5, from bust to bust 45 upwards, you should take 2 inches there, okay, 2 inches, but for this sake I will mark just 1.5. I will mark 1.5 from the under bust downwards, 1.5. So under bust side at the center front part, I will mark 1 inches. Okay, well, you can actually make use of 1 inches for every bust sizes here, but you can also make use of 1.5 this side. That is if you're working for a bigger bust size. Okay, I will mark 1 inches downwards, then I'll connect the lines together. If you can hear any noise in the background, I'm so sorry. I'm living near school, okay, but I just needed to make this voiceover now. You know how it is. So I'll just go ahead and connect the lines together. So that achieved now, the next thing to do is to get our shoulder midpoint. Okay, I will divide the shoulder by 2. Okay, I will measure what I have starting from the neckline width to the shoulder line we marked. Mine gave me 4. My camera wasn't really capturing it very well, but you know how to do that. Just measure what you have, then you get the midpoint, then you connect it to the bust point. So from that midpoint at the shoulder mark, at the shoulder line, I will connect it to the bust point with a straight line like so. Alright, so guys, we're getting there. So now the next thing to do is to curve our bust line, okay, or to give our bust curve, whichever one. So starting from the bust point, I will connect my ruler like so. Pay attention to the one placing the ruler. I will place it like so, then placing it in a good manner, then I will curve. See, I will also curve the other part, that's the center front part, placing my ruler same way in a good manner, then I will curve. Alright guys, see, that is okay. So the next thing to do now is to determine how open or deep you want your yoke to be at your chest area. Alright, for me, from the shoulder line we marked, that first line we marked when we were drafting, I will place my tape there and I'll come down by 6 inches. Okay, 6 is not really is not constant for everyone. It's not a must that you must make use of 6 inches. You can actually make use of 7 inches, okay, and even 8 inches. Coming to the bust point, I will go in by ½ inch. Okay, I'm marking ½ inch, and I will mark ½ inch also on the under bust, on the waistline, and the hem part of the line, so that by the time we cut the yoke on fold, we will have 1 inch. I'm marking ½ inches. If you don't want yours to be up to 1 inch, then you can make use of 0.25, okay, to cut your own. That's this place I just marked ½ inch. So from there now, I will give a dotted lines. I will mark out the 6 inches. I'll mark it out with a dotted line. You see? So I'll just go ahead and tighten the over bust, that place now, by 1 inch on both sides. I will take 1 inch on both sides. Or you can even take 0.75 or even 1 inch. It will still come out nice. Okay? So I will go ahead and connect, placing my ruler like so to the bust point. I will connect in a good manner, then I will also connect the other part same way. Now after you are done connecting those lines, now you should measure both of it, starting from that place we mark dotted lines to the bust point. Measure both of it. Any one that is shorter, you should replace it. Okay, you should replace yours. I forgot to do that in this video, but I later showed it anyways. But I'm now telling you what to do. From that place we mark dotted lines, measure from there to the bust point, then you complete whichever one that is shorter. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean. So now I'll try to curve my yoke. Okay, but first I will try to go with my pencil. after which I will use my marker to trace it out. You curve it into that ½ inch. I apologize again for any noise you can hear in the background. I'm so sorry, guys. So now I will come in with my marker pencil, then I will trace it out. I'll trace it out. Now I will come in with my ruler to connect the half inches together downwards. Alright guys, here we are. That's over there is our yoke. Place I'm marking now is our yoke. See, the yoke is very deep. See, that is our yoke. You can see that is our yoke. Okay, I believe the illustration is very detailed. If you have watched to this very extent and you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. And also turn on your notification bell. Alright, be part of the family. So again, I will measure the dart I have there at the chest line. I will not replace the 1 inch we took at the overbust part. So over there at the chest line, I will measure what I have there. I got 0.75. Alright, so I will go ahead and replace it starting from the 9.5 we marked before. So I will replace the 0.75, then I will still add my 2 inches sewing allowance. Alright, so coming to the underbust, okay, placing my tape like that way, I will mark her underbust circumference divided by 4. I will measure my dart intake. I got 2.5. I will add in the 2.5. Then I also add my 2 inches sewing allowance. I will do the same thing at the waistline. I will divide her waistline by 4. Okay, all my measurement is starting from that yoke part. Okay, so do not just say because you have taken your yoke, you will not start your measurement from there. My tape is crossing it. Okay, so I also mark her waist divided by 4. I will measure the dart. I will replace it. I got 2.5. Then I'll still add my 2 inches sewing allowance. So coming to the back extension line, there's nothing you should do there. Okay, there's nothing you should do there. The line is not actually in use. It's just for us to know where our back extension will stop. Okay, so now I will go ahead and connect the lines together. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you find it helpful, give the video a thumbs up. Okay, that is the only way you can assist me. Also subscribe to my channel. If you are just coming to download and go, that is actually not good. Alright, so from that place now at that waistline, to connect the back extension, I will first of all fold in the dart. That is the 1 inch and the 1.5 we took earlier. Alright, I will fold it starting from the waistline. I will place the 1 inch we took on top of the 1.5, just like you see me doing. Alright, I've placed it, then I'll bring in my ruler. And curve my back line. For me, I want mine to be straight, so if you want yours to be curved, you can use the curve part of the ruler. Okay, you should always close your dart like so before you curve your backs. It's very nice. That way you will find it very easier to sew it when you are sewing it, when you have already transferred your fabric. So this is it, guys. The front piece is actually ready. Everything is ready. That is just how simple it is to illustrate that very picture that you see on the thumbnail. Okay, that's just how to illustrate it. Okay, I'll go ahead and cut out, but first I'll label that yoke, my front yoke. That place I'm marking now is going off. Okay, the dart is going off. It's going off. The dart is going off. Okay, so guys, that is basically it for the front part. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Okay, see, let me cut. Ask your questions if you have any, and I will answer you. For the beginners in our midst, always be ready to answer your question. Do not feel shy to ask any questions. No matter how you think the question is, ask. So I want to still remind you that you should measure. This is how to measure it. From that point to the bust point, you measure both of them. Whichever one that is shorter, replace it. But for me, mine is equal, okay? Mine is equal, alright? So if it happened that yours is shorter, this is just how to replace it. Measure from both sides. Okay, it could be shorter by 0.25 or even half inch. Okay, measure, then you replace this. The part that is normally shorter is always the center part, so just replace yours that way. Then you connect to the chest, to the armhole part. You connect it inward, then you curve your yoke again. That is just basically it. But for me, mine is okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut. So guys, this is the front pattern. It's ready. It's ready now. Okay, you can see how the yoke looks. You can see, guys, this was actually an urgent work. Okay, she actually came very urgent that I should make it for her, that she's going for a trial. I had to, this is actually, as I'm cutting this now, is 11 p.m. Like, it's very late, and I couldn't just take the sewing part of the video. I actually started it, but I couldn't finish it. Okay, I don't need to disappoint my clients, so I was rushing to deliver. Okay, so I'm so sorry. Okay, I couldn't really finish it, guys, so that is just it. Okay, so you should cut the yoke unfold, then you cut the side part into two, then this one into two, and that's basically it. Okay, do not add any allowances when you are cutting, okay, except on the yoke. All right, just add half inches at that part that should be stitched to the part of the fabric. All right, others cut it equally the same way. All right, only add your sewing allowance to the yoke. Okay, so that, guys, that just it. That's just how to cut the front. So now let us draft the back. So coming to the back, I will also go ahead and mark my shoulder line on my starting line. Then I'll go ahead and label it my SL, that's shoulder line. So now I'll go ahead and mark my chest line. Her under bust, her waistline plus half inch joining allowance, that will be 16.5. There will be no bags at the back. Okay, the back will just be straight. You won't have, it will be eyelets, it will be a lace up back. Okay, so I will not add any zipper to the back. If you should add zipper to your own, go ahead and measure out your zipper allowance before you start taking your body measurements. Okay, for this part I will not add zipper to it. It is a lace up bag. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and connect the lines together. So over there is the chest line, the under bust, and the waistline. So now I'll go ahead and mark half of her shoulder measurement, which is 7.5 at the shoulder line. I'll mark 7.5, 7.5. Okay, I also mark neckline width 3.5. Then coming to the chest line again, I will mark half of her shoulder measurement, which is 7.5, 7.5 inches. Then I'll connect it to the shoulder line. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. I apologize again. So now the next thing to do is to slope the shoulder by ½ inch. Then after which I'll connect it to the neckline width. So coming to the chest line, I will input her bust circumference divided by 4. That gave me 9.5. I will mark it down. Then I'll measure the armhole to get the midpoint. I would measure and divide it by 2 to get the midpoint. Then from the midpoint, I will be coming in by 0.25. Remember we came in at the front by 0.5. So now I'm coming in for the back by 0.25. Know the difference, please. So I'll just connect, I will curve the armhole just like we did in the front. So guys, remember I said the back will be a lace up back. There will not be zipper. So now I'll just go ahead and divide her under bust by 4. That gave me 8 inches. I will mark 8 inches. Then I'll add 2 inches for sewing allowance. I also add 2 inches sewing allowance at the chest line. I also divide her waist by 4. I will mark. Then I'll add 2 inches sewing allowance. I will go ahead and connect the lines together. That is the 2 inches sewing allowance we marked. I will go ahead and connect it together. My next video will be on how to give you a detailed corset drafting. Is a promise. Okay, I will give you how to draft a good corset that will snatch your waist very well. I promise you that. I will do it in this channel. On this channel I will do it. So at the chest line, I'm marking her bust span divided by 2 plus ½ inch. That is 4.5, just like we marked at the front part. So I will connect the lines together. So now I will be coming down from the chest line by 1 inch. So to open the dart, I will be taking ½ inch on both sides of the dart leg. ½ inch here, ½ inch in. Okay, then I will connect it to the 1 inch I came down with from the chest line. I'll connect the other part too. I'll connect like so. Now the next thing to do is to shade the dart. So that place I'm marking now, I'm shading now, is actually going out. Okay, that is the dart. So now is to determine how open you want your back to be. So for me, at the chest line, I'll be taking 2 inches all through. I will take 2 inches at the chest line. You can actually make use of uh, 2 inches at the chest line, 1.5 at the underbust, and 1.5 as the waistline. You can even go as much as taking 3 inches, okay, 2.5 all through. Okay, it all depends on how open you want your back to be, but for the sake of my own now, I'm taking 2 inches. She don't want her back to be that open. Okay, so I'm just taking 2 inches. If you want it to have this V effect at the back, you can take the biggest at the top, okay, and the lowest at the down part. Okay, you can take 2 inches at the chest line, 1 inch on the outer bust, and 1 inch at the waistline. So now that part is going out, the part I shaded is going out, and over there is where my eyelet will be. So I will connect my neckline width to that eyelet part. But if you want it to be too open at your back, go ahead and connect to that leg. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. I'm connecting mine to the eyelet part. That's that places I marked to 2 inches, just like you see me do. But if you want it more open, connect to that leg. Okay, so that is my back yoke. All right, that is the back yoke. That's my back yoke. Guys, the back is almost ready. Okay, it's almost ready. But there's something I want to teach you today. Okay, a secret that no one will tell you. If you want your back to relax very well whenever you are making this kind of back, okay, go up from the waistline by 1 inch. That way your zipper will never budge. Everything, that is, your eyelet will relax very well. Your lacing back will relax. You will love it. So I just went up by 1 inch, and I'll go ahead and connect it to the waistline. I'll go ahead and connect with a different ruler. The other one seems very curvy. Okay, remember not to curve it so well or too much. Okay, you curve to that part, and the back is ready. The back is ready, guys. That place is going out. Relax, it will not affect your material. It will still be same length. Okay, so guys, that is it. Now I'll go ahead and label my pattern. I wouldn't want to make a mistake while I'm cutting it on my fabric. So that is me labeling in my center back and my side back, my upper parts with an arrow, my upper part, my down part. You can go ahead and notch yours. Some even notch. I do notch sometimes. Okay, just write anything that will make you to know what are the right parts. Okay, so guys, can remember I took out half inch on both sides, which is 1 inch. I did not replace it because this is actually a lace-up bag, number 1. And number 2 reason is because I've already had 2 inches sewing allowance. Okay, so over there is the waist measurement plus 2 inches sewing allowance. So I did not replace mine. Even at the underbust area, I did not replace the dart intake. Alright, but if you know you cannot manage your fabric, you cannot turn your fabric with at least 0.25, go ahead and replace your dart. But there's no need of replacing it since it's a lace-up bag. Okay, so guys, that's basically it for this tutorial, and the bag is also ready. I believe you find it helpful. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Okay, in this channel I carry beginners along, I carry everyone along. That is me. Okay, so now go ahead and follow the way I just made mine and cut yours. Okay, you will love it. It will come out nice. All right, it will come out nice, trust me. So this is me cutting the pattern. This is me cutting my yoke. and the neck part, then the shoulder slope, then the dart leg. I'm cutting through the ½ inch we marked, okay? Remember to subscribe to my channel. I have a big offer coming. Alright, remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. This video is very detailed. Alright, it's paining me that I couldn't complete the sewing part of the video, but it wasn't really my fault. I just don't know what to do. It was actually so urgent and I wouldn't want to disappoint her, okay? But I promise next time I would make something like this. This time will come again and I will show us the sewing part. But the sewing part is actually very simple. If you can draft it, you can sew it. Alright guys, that is just basically it. And I believe you find the video helpful. If you do, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you will be updated each time I upload a new video. Okay, to you my subscribers, always assist me by liking my videos. Giving a thumbs up will not cost you anything. Okay, also ask your questions whenever you feel like it. Alright, whenever you don't know something, ask in the comment section and I will answer you. Alright, so guys, over there is the front pattern that we first cutted. So now both front and back pattern is ready. Alright, both front and back pattern is ready. Okay, you can see. Give the video a thumbs up. Until we meet again in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.